From WKYC Studios, this is 3 News at 6.
Tonight, another Saturday, another weekend of anger and anxiety spilling out in various protests and rallies. The crowds upset with White House policies and the power and influence that Tesla owner Elon Musk seems to have in Washington. And much like last weekend's hands-off rallies around the country, today's protest in Geauga County hitting close to the heart over an immigration issue that has captured the world's attention. Thanks for joining us here on 3 News at 6. I'm Peter Fleischer. Tonight, protests in Northeast Ohio standing with the Supreme Court after members of the Trump administration mistakenly deported a Maryland man to a Salvadorian prison. The court unanimously ordering the White House to facilitate his return, but some feel the feds have been slow to act. Our Bryant McCrae joins us live now in Chardon with the sights and sounds of a local protest born out of a national issue. Good evening, Bryant.
Well, good evening, Peter. The message was simple: no justice, no peace. About 24 protesters came here to the Geauga County Sheriff's Department protesting outside of the ICE detention center, demanding for the release of immigrants. The protest coming after a Columbia grad student, Mahmoud Khalil, a pro-Palestinian activist, was detained back in March. The Trump administration saying Khalil was detained because he was participating in anti-Semitic protests and disruptive activities. This protest also falls as more questions rise about the whereabouts of Armando Abrego Garcia. The Maryland father of 3 was mistakenly deported to El Salvador last month. The Trump administration calling his removal an administrative error. Abrego Garcia is now believed to be housed in an infamous prison. Local protesters saying these actions are unjust.
We're just trying to get out here to show our support and solidarity with the people who have been unjustly detained by Trump's policies, and to further embolden people and drive people to further actions of standing up against these injustices.
Now, Peter, according to the Homeland Security, since Trump has been in office, more than 14,000 people have been detained, nearly half with criminal records. Back to you in the studio.
Bryant McCrae, live in Chardon. Bryant, thanks. A federal judge has refused to block immigration agents from conducting enforcement operations at houses of worship. The U.S. District Judge in Washington handed down the ruling on Friday in a lawsuit filed by more than 24 Christian and Jewish groups over a new policy adopted by the Trump administration. Now, that new decision rescinded a 30-year-old policy that limited where migrant arrests could take place.